A vintage RCQ on Magic Online is fast approaching, and I need to perfect Lurrus PO. All right, welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to the Saturday Vintage Challenge before the RCQ tomorrow morning, which I will also stream. Trying to perfect Paradoxical Outcome, Lurrus PO. I think it's in a great spot right now. Maybe it won't be in a few weeks when people start adapting to it with Pyroblast, Flusterstorms, and Disputes. But until then, Lurrus PO is around and at the top of the metagame, and I want to perfect it and find a couple different viable versions. So in my last league video before Wednesday, I had played a blue-white Lurrus PO deck. This is a deck, like I said, I worked on a bit with Tristan for the Mox qualifier. He ended up going with Lurrus Control because that was the deck he was winning the most with, and we didn't really come up with a good version of the deck before then. But I think the thing I was really missing in that version was 4 Thundertrap Trainer. I'll probably repeat it again just because I can. I really missed the mark on this Thundertrap Trainer, and it's really an interesting story because when Thundertrap Trainer was previewed, I immediately recognized that it could be a powerful PO card. And I was like, this card could change PO. And so I knew right away that it was a PO card, and I had to go back and look, because I'm like, why the hell did I write this card off? Like, what happened in my training video, or the first video we made with this card? And so, so I went back and I looked at some of the videos that have this card in it, and I had some of the most unlucky trainer hits I've ever seen in my life. They were like less than 5% miss it, 5%ers to miss, and I think I missed like 3 in one video. And so I must have been very soured by some bad math, and then I never came back to it. So this card is unbelievable. It's so good in PO because it does all the things you want. It is a turn 1 play off of a Moxen that finds you a force in the matchups where you need a force. It finds you multiple Moxen when you need the Moxen for PO, and when you have the Moxen, you can go get a PO with it. It blocks as a 1/2, so it's blocking Bowmaster, it's returning with Lurrus, and then later in the game, you're kicking it. If you're flooding out, you're just casting it for 6. You're winning the game that way. It's basically everything PO wants, and I think Lurrus, combining Lurrus with it is what puts it over the top. That being said, you could play it in a non-Lurrus deck as well. Just recently, yesterday, Isaac Bullwinkle top-8'd with a Tinker Karn version of this deck, but just kept the trainers as well. So really impressive. Trainer and Stock Up have put Lurrus on the top of the metagame right now. Not to say that it can't be beaten. I think the Flusterstorm, Pyroblast, and Dispute are still extremely good against both Stock Up and PO. And if you're hitting these cards, like, you can really outvalue your opponent when you're trading a 1-mana counter spell for the 3 and 4 mana spells. But yeah. Basically, people's complaints in the past about PO is that you don't have enough Moxen, and you won't always have Moxen to make PO good. And I think Thundertrap Trainer actually just completely solves that problem. I think there are very few games where you won't have Moxen anymore because you have Thundertrap Trainer. So it might be the final, card that really solves PO in terms of consistency. So yeah, we're gonna play this blue-white version. I'm not saying that this version is better than Esper, but it's something I want to try because this version is better against it's better than Esper against Wastelands and that kind of thing. So the only changes I made since the last blue-white list is I took the Portable Hole out of the main and played a second monolith for Velocity here, and then I did put the Portable Hole in the sideboard, cutting a Steel Sabotage. So I will see you in round 1. The legendary NYSE Open returns to Long Island in New York. This 9th installment will be a 15 proxy, $500 entry fee tournament where the top 8 will return home with 8 pieces of real unlimited power. Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall, Time Walk, and all 5 Moxens will be part of this celebration of vintage. At 100 players, there'll be an additional wacky draft with classic booster packs from Ice Age to Onslaught, the NYC Trophy, Karn Altars, $1,000 in giveaways, dealers, and much, much more. Check out the link below for all the details. I hope to see you there. Let's battle. Okay, here we go. Round 1 versus 0 mana. 0 mana is a prolific deck builder. 0 mana is going to show up with his version of blue Lurrus, not Lurrus, sorry, blue workshops is what Zero Mana likes to do. Blue Tinker deck. It's going to look something like this. It's going to have some number of workshops, not all the workshops, and then a bunch of like one rings and Chameleons, and it's just a big blue Tinker workshop deck. So pretty cool. It's an interesting hand. Looks like a keep to me, especially because we're not getting wastelanded. Thank you, Senpai, for the prime. Yep, there are 2 mana drains in this list. There's about 2 of everything in this list, I will say. Let's take a quick peek on what Zero Mana is working with here. Force, Probe, Mana Crypt, Monolith, Relic of Sauron, and the One Ring. Interesting. It's pretty bad for me. Depending on how this probe goes, if he finds mana, it's turn 1 ring or relic. I don't really have a force to counter it, so we need to just deploy as much mana as we possibly can here. I would go Academy and Key so that I'm getting extra mana next turn, and hopefully we can maybe go for a PO win on the next turn if we hit well. Yeah, I did play a challenge last night where I got 2nd place with Dredge. Off stream, didn't really record most of it, and for the most part, it wasn't very interesting anyways. I think I had 2 interesting spots in the entire event. So, I don't know. I might make a YouTube short out of one of them, and maybe I'll do a small recording of the one game that I thought was kind of interesting in the top 8, but... All right, here's Mana Crypt, here's Monolith. Did you find a mana source? No, he did not find a mana source. Yeah, I just wanted to like watch the Celtics have a beer and play the challenge, so I chose Dredge, and the deck is still extremely strong. We drew the Grim Monolith here. What a sick draw. That draw is so good, isn't it? Wow. So I play the Grim Monolith, and then I have enough mana. I can't Flusterstorm backup though, can I? That's kind of awkward. I'm 1 minute, so maybe I definitely don't want my PO to get countered, so I'm gonna have to pass the turn again. So it looks more like we're gonna play a Thunder Trap Trainer. So if that's the case, we should probably Lorien revealed first. Because I'm never getting an extra land anyways. Let's see. If I were to play... If I were to hit a Mox off of my Thunder Trap Trainer, I would be able to play the Monolith after. I feel like it's pretty greedy. But I guess if we Lorien, we're still in a better spot anyways. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Lorien, and I'm going to play a Trainer. I mean, I still think a Force is quite good here too. But I guess a Force doesn't work because I won't be able to have Flusterstorm up. So am I supposed to play this Monolith first then, actually? If I play the Monolith first... I guess it doesn't actually help me hold up Flusterstorm, right? Because I'm going to have to use the other blue mana anyways. Might still be correct, though. Simply making sure. It lets me... Is there any sequence here that I end up happy? Black Lotus, I guess. I still will have the ability to go Monolith PO with Flusterstorm back up next turn if I miss here anyways, so... I guess I'll try playing the Trainer. Kind of interesting spot. I guess if they force the Trainer, doesn't really change anything. Maybe playing a Tundra is bad. I mean, Tundra just makes it so I'm 100% to be able to do what I want to do on the next turn. Because, like, my opponent's probably not winning the game on the next turn, and Flusterstorm is the key at getting a PO through forces anyways. No, I think there are not very many good Final Fantasy cards. They drew a negation for turn or for probe, and then they forced the Trainer. So they might still have another force. All right. See what they choose to do. Are they going to go Relic of Sauron? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relic of Sauron goes back up to 3. So if they find a Mana Source, they can go, okay, they can go Relic into Ring, which I would probably do, but I guess Ring could draw you into Time Walk, maybe. So we know 3 of the 4 cards in my opponent's hand. Will they have an extra blue card for Force? Doesn't really matter too much, right? Yeah, his deck's a little all over the place. But I mean, it is all still restricted artifacts and strong blue cards, so I think it's a pretty reasonable power level deck. All right, so he's going to go Relic first. And then he's going to use the Relic and the Island to play Ring. Yeah, for sure. That's always been true. Let's see. Wait, what? He must have drawn Mana Drain, right? Because he's passing? I mean, holding up Mana Drain doesn't really do anything because he won't have a blue card for Force. So Flusterstorm is still going to beat that, I think. That is a terrible draw. I don't need this for Storm, though, because if he Mana Drains, he'll only have 1 mana. Grim Monolith has been pretty impressive in these decks. I can only assume the reason this is happening is because my opponent drew Mana Drain. Nothing else really makes sense. But I don't know. Flusterstorm is so good right now. If you're playing PO, I think you should have Flusters in your main. It is by far the best card at 1, stopping your opponent's stock ups and POs, and 2, making sure your POs resolve. It's really strong. I've been trying to tell people, like, stock up and PO are very vulnerable Magic cards. So there are ways to combat these cards. So they're going to force it. Oh, I guess I did need to play that. So they forced pitching Mana Drain. Okay. Is this a mistake on my end? So I could have upped the storm count to 3 here by playing a Mox Opal first. I didn't actually think this was what was going to happen, but my opponent correctly identified that he needed to pitch the Mana Drain. So I guess he just didn't play the One Ring. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is really bad for me. I guess that's my fault, though. I should have thrown the opal into the abyss. Okay. I guess I might lose this game because of that mistake. I didn't even think of my opponent just not casting the Mana Drain after not playing the One Ring. My bad, chat. My opponent has a Mana Crypt and a One Ring. Like, they could just die to these pretty easily. And obviously, if we draw Moxen, we still do the same thing. So I'm not too worried, but I am a little mad at myself. What is this going on here? Come on, we gotta get the same islands. All right, stock up. I can't even play this with Flusterstorm back up if they drew Mana Drain here. That's so bad for me. They only have 2 Mana Drains in their deck, though. All right, so that's Force of Will and an Emerald. That's definitely what I'm taking. It's gonna turn on Fluster and Force. Can I PO right now? No. Yeah. I don't want to force, and I'm going to try my best to not force. But if I have to, I have to. But there's a Mana Crypt in play and a One Ring in play, and my opponent is at 12 now, so... Now they're at 9. I remember playing these kind of builds, and I was pretty unhappy with how much mana crypt was killing me, especially with ancient tombs and rings and stuff. I don't think so. I don't think Lurrus matters from this spot. Taking land emerald would let me PO there. I think it's a little too aggressive. I could see it though. I don't know what my opponent is going to do here. I guess they could use like a tinker or something. I don't know. I think holding up Fluster is really strong. Scroll. I'm definitely going to scroll Ancestral first. Yeah, I just don't think that's better. I probably should have cycled the Mox first here. They have missed up. Maybe I just PO in response. Okay, well, I mean, if I fluster this, what's the chance? I don't hit a mana. I'll just fluster this. Oh, oh my lord! My opponent has all the stuff now. I don't really want to force that, but I guess if my ancestral doesn't resolve, I can't PO anyways. I mean, they have to draw something off this though. They have what? Forces. They have 6 forces and a mana drain left. This has gone really badly for me. All right, ancestral. I might have thrown this game. I mean, my opponent still has to win through a ring and a mana crypt, so that's still pretty bad for them, but okay. Yeah, that is pretty game winning. This is uh 7 mana. All right. I don't think I played this game very well. I'd have to go back and look at exactly what I messed up on, but I did something went terribly wrong in this game. I didn't lose because of it, but that doesn't mean it wasn't bad. GG. I'm not really sure what I guess it was the Flusterstorm, right? It was the not playing the Moxen. Force Jet, Ring, Wobble. I mean, I had Force PO. I don't know. My opponent deck is not going to, like, kill me fast enough through this Ring Mana Crypt, I don't think. Like, I guess they can tinker away the Mana Crypt for a key, but then they still have to beat the... I guess they could. If they drew Tinker, they can play a new Ring and tinker away the Crypt. I mean, they have to draw Tinker too, but... I think the mistake I made with the Opal was probably close to game losing against a more consistent deck. Okay, so I like Trap, Negation. I don't think I like Hercules. I like Sabotage. Do I like Flusterstorm? I don't know. I definitely like Seal. I don't like Portable Hole. I don't like Swords. They only have 3 rings. Is it worth needling ring here? I don't know. This is my opponent's deck, or something similar. It's got a lot of bounce spells in it, too. Transmute Artifact. Oh, I like Transmute Artifact. That helps their ring problem. Yeah, but I can't really like tutor this needle. I don't know. They have like Masticores in the main. They have Beast Binders that turn off needle. I'm kind of thinking that this needle is not that good. Oh, we definitely don't need Island. I don't feel like we need Chain, but it might be nice to have a Karn out. Dress down does not seem necessary. I don't really know how I'm going to cut cards here, to be perfectly honest. Everything looks really good here. Maybe Fluster is not that... I mean, Fluster is still hitting stock ups and everything. I think Fluster is still very good here. I have no idea what I'm supposed to cut from this list because it's all gasoline. The entire deck is just pure gasoline now, so... I mean, maybe we trim some of the faster elements because we don't need them as much. It doesn't feel right to make the deck slower, though. God, it feels weird. Could that be correct? I don't really like it very much, but it does seem like it's correct. Bubble on the draw. Oh, Vexing Bobble? I don't even know if that's true. Like, their deck is entirely reliant on forces. Like, I guess it's not because they have drains now. So yeah, maybe I buy that. All right, let's try this. I'm not really sure. My opponent's deck is a little bit interesting from that perspective. Trap Bobble. Not the best Magic card hand, but I assume that's a keep. One thing I learned recently from playing against Unlucky Monkey a bunch is that apparently you can just keep every 7-card hand. I don't know if that's actually true for mere mortals, but I don't know if that man ever mulligans. All right, what do you got for me? 0 mana. Island, Sapphire, hold up mana drain? Like a beast. Like a beast. All right, Bobble. Yeah, but maybe this deck actually lets you do it. Monolith. Is Monolith good here? I feel like Monolith is not very good here. I don't think I want to go Archive. I guess I could go Archive. And yeah, maybe we'll go Archive. Yeah, I want that one on top. Sure. I might just die here, though. Like, Ancient Tomb Ring is pretty bad for me. All right, no ring, just a bunch of islands. All right, so hopefully I can catch my opponent with, like, a Mindbreak Trap Ancestral Avenue. Definitely going to lead on Time Walk, though. If they want to counter Time Walk, I think that's a good outcome for us. Like, a Force would be pretty sick. That's not bad either. That's actually really good here. So now I'm holding up Trap, Ancestral, Steel, Sabotage. I'm hoping I can get my opponent into a spot where they're casting a spell they care about. I cast Ancestral in response. Oh, yeah. Ring, 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 ring. Oh, no ring. Am I supposed to cast Ancestral then? I think no. I think we can wait. I have a Sink and a Stupor too, so I think I'm just going to wait a little bit more. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Patience. Patience is paying off. Surely we'll get a stack where we just can't lose. I feel like we just keep waiting. Classic Tolarian Academy on turn 5 with no moxes. We're definitely not doing anything until our opponent makes a move here. All right, can we cast Stock Up and still be able to do the things we want to do? Not really. I think we just keep waiting. First one to tap out loses. All right, here we go. I think we just start with Ancestral. Yeah. See where opponent goes with the rest of this stack. I wonder how I'm going to play this out. I was really hoping the spell they played was going to be an artifact so I could have Sabotage. But Flusterstorm does mean that it can, Stock Up does mean that Flusterstorm can hit it, so. This is like one of the coolest parts about playing PO in my head. Like you get to really adopt the controlling role in matchups. Is this a hard cast negation? I mean, this Fluster is nuts. I'm not even gonna get to use Trap. This is a classic Ancestral Flusterstorm bait. Fluster's so good. All right, how many do I have? 4. So 1 same target, 1 on negation, 1 on negation. So 2 on each. So both of those things are definitely getting countered. And then we still have an Ancestral on the stack. And if my opponent decides to force the Ancestral, they get trapped. So that was quite the turn. That's some good old-fashioned vintage right there. Yeah. All right. What do we got? I could still use a Mox. Do I have any fetchables left? I don't have any fetchables left, right? So this strand is just completely dead. Because I cut the island. I think we start with a trainer, normal trainer. Let's start with a stock up. If I want to hold up hard cast sync, I'd like to merchant for a force. I guess Time Vault is only -1 mana. So I can play a Time Vault. I think we should just start by trainering. Because it's free if I find a Mox, right? Black Lotus. PO. Stock up Emerald. I mean, I don't want to go all in on a Lurrus here. I don't think that would make a lot of sense. Is Emerald better than Black Lotus? Probably not. This might just get negated. I didn't. I'm going to play the Time Vault, and then I'm going to merchant for a force. They want to negate this and like take away our infinite turns. I'm more than happy with that. I don't care. I think this sets me up with multiple pieces of interaction, and I'm pushing the game forward, and then I can go for Lurrus on the next turn. I think this works pretty well. I'm just gonna get a Force of Will off of this. So now I have 4 mana up. I have Sabotage, Sync, Trap, and Force. And I think that covers pretty much everything. And then I have Lurrus Bauble to have another. If I like pitch stinking stock up, I still have Lurrus Bauble to make another card draw engine going. And then keys are winning. Blue 4 mana. Relic of Sauron. I mean, that card doesn't really do anything right now. I mean, it's not bad. They can use it to cycle, but I think I want to save Sabotage for like a ring. Maybe that's greedy. I don't know. Stock up again. Would I rather stock up or lure? I mean, I'd rather stock up than Lurrus, right? So I guess if this gets countered, I'll go Lurrus. So I can still have everything up. Got strained. I think that's fine. I think I'm just going to bring back Lotus for this turn so that I have hard cast, sync, trap, and force. Yeah, I think Stifle Knot's quite good right now. I think both versions of Stifle Knot are good. The Lurrus version and the non-Lurrus version. So I think there's a lot of innovation happening. I like Stifle Knot more than I like Frog Lurrus because it uses stock up and full Moxen. Yeah, that's true. Turns off Thunder Trap. All right, my opponent gets some mana drain mana, but I don't think mana was ever the problem. Guess they get to use the Relic and cycle, though. All right. I mean, this is my opponent's time. See what they can put together. I don't have like a lot of counter magic. I have a good amount of counter magic. I might have to use Force Pitch Sabotage so I can have stock up after and go for the win. Don't know. Maybe I played this game too conservatively, but I kind of like the way I played it. This is certainly a good turn for my opponent, though. Mana drain into stock up, has a relic in play. 5 cards in hand now. Can, like, activate Sauron, get rid of some mana sources. Maybe I should have sabotaged the relic. Sink my Lurrus. I don't understand, but I accept. Just wanted to... I don't really know. I don't really know what that does, but I'm okay with it. I think I'm gonna force my Lurrus on the way back down. I don't even think that matters at all. I kind of want them to just use the force on it. Clearly, they're trying to force me, right? Do I care? I don't think I really care. That's totally fine. Lurrus is a little bit worse than stock up here. Oh, they have another counterspell. So they're down to 1 card. There's Force Pitch Sabotage, and they have 1 card left. Maybe Sync was a better pitch. Oh, they have Trap. Guess what? I love a vintage stack, baby. We just triggered Mind Break Trap on my own turn. I still have a force after this. Yeah. I will take I will take Trainer PO, and then I will just next turn pick a trainer. Oh, what a turn, baby. Ah, oh, man. Love it. All right, well, top is free. And we'll kick a trainer. They're gonna loot, or they have a hard cast force. They will loot. Okay. Relic is so good. Maybe I should have just countered Relic with Steel Sabotage. I kind of regret not countering Relic. Card is so strong. All right. 2 trainers. I've got a Seal, a Stock Up, a Fluster, and a Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt certainly puts me closer to POing here for like a lot. I think I'd rather just Mana Crypt and go for a PO. I have Force backup anyways. Oh, there's a key. He's pretty good too. Storm is on no matter what, so I've got Sync Force backup. Not bad. I like how I played this game for the most part. I think I might have gone back and Steel Sabotage the Relic, though. Solid way to start the event. All right, here we go. Round 2. Possible Doomsday Gamer across the table. My hand has a force. I think this is a keep. Jesus, is this a keep? I think I'm going to keep this hand. Against Doomsday? On the draw? I'm keeping this hand. What the fuck? That's not good. That's so bad for me. Is it oops or is it mono white initiative? If it's oops, I want this Chromox to resolve. If it's mono white initiative, I want this Chromox to be countered. If it's mono white initiative, I like have to counter this Chromox. Because if they have Cavern Clarion, we're just dead. I guess we're just gonna die to Clarion on turn 2 as well. This hand is not good against mono white initiative, by the way, chat. It's pretty decent. It's still good against oops. I'd probably still keep this hand against oops. But if this is mono white initiative, I'm in deep shit. Let me do a quick check. I don't think opponent plays that much vintage. I have not seen the name too much. I can take a quick peek though. Okay. So the last time they played that wasn't 2 days ago was initiative. All right. Well, in that case, I'm forcing this. Do I pitch Time Walk or do I pitch PO? Does Time Walk help me from this spot? Time Walk doesn't really actually help me from this spot. But I might just need it, though. Ugh. Second Chrome Mox. Oh, Wasteland. Played around that. That's a terrible draw. That might be one of the single worst draws in my entire deck. Okay, well, I made a mistake. I figured they would play Doomsday again. That is not the case, and I think we're gonna die. Oh, they didn't even have Cavern, so I could have countered this. Okay, well, I'm definitely not beating that. All right, I guess I wasn't winning the game anyways. My bad. All right. I think I guess I just was never hitting a mana. Okay. I don't know. I think the reasoning behind my keep was still fine. Obviously, it didn't work out, but maybe it's just a little too greedy. They don't really play null rods anymore, huh? Makes sense. All right, Flusterstorm, Probe, Misstep. I still want Dress Down. I think Monolith has like a little bad here. And I actually don't want to cut second Opal. I want to cut like a stock up. Maybe a trainer? Nah, I think I want to cut like a stock up. All right. That was definitely unfortunate. Yeah, I guess so. Kind of a weird hand. Am I going to try to make constructs here? I guess so. You're not playing Plains Go, are you? Plains Pearl. Not ideal sequencing. Deafening Silence. Ah! I did not keep my portable hole in. Well, maybe Saga's good here. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine. I don't think I'm countering it. Definitely my Mind Break Trap is not very good here. That's a lot of lands. I guess I'm not casting this Ancestral for a while if they don't Wasteland me. Oh, yeah, I guess you can play a Sapphire and then a creature. Yeah, I'll just force it. I guess I'm making constructs. I don't really know if holding fetch is better. All right, fine. Yes, you got me. I will stop making constructs. But what about my Swords Ancestral? Why was Mind Break Trap board in? Because my opponent is an all-in Stompy deck? I will not be in Bologna this month, no. Excited for the end of the year, though. That is pretty good. What do I want? I guess I can just do Lurrus, right? I got 3 instants I can play on their turn, which is really nice as well. So this looks like a pretty good spot. Sure. That is fine with me. I love the initiative, thanks. Glad I didn't fetch this basic at any point. I love playing against the initiative. I get to do so many things when they don't high roll you. All right, cool. Your turn. I thank you for the initiative. I appreciate that. Hope we get to exchange again. Oh, Cavern. Cavern on human. It'd be a shame if someone bounced it back to your hand. I guess I could just bounce this Deafening Silence and go off. Is that better? Like, I think I'm going to win the game if I tempo here. But bounce Deafening Silence, untap Ancestral with 1,000,000 mana is also got to be just insane. Let's just do that. I wonder if I should Ancestral on their turn after syncing with a Lotus. I don't know. I think we could lose if we forge. Maybe. I feel like our chances of winning are higher if we just cast all of our cards on the next turn and win. But I could be wrong. I think 1 mana. I'd rather just go to my turn here. Ancestral Recall. Stock up. I guess this plays in a trap pretty hard, but... Oh, I guess I just lost my ability to attack, but that's okay. I mean, yeah, why not? I don't know. You just like can't really miss anymore because you have a bajillion stock ups, POs, and trainers. I do think I'm gonna bring in portable hole and seal though. Uh, take out sabotage on the draw and bobble on the draw. Yep, I agree. Oh, hell yeah. They got 29 players at Sully's thing in Milwaukee. That's awesome. Little 1K action. That's great. Love to hear that. Oh, not like this. Oh, no. Why is it always like this? This feels like a mulligan. Why can't my Urza Saga just be a freaking fetch land? Stupid magic card, man. Stupid magic card. I hate this stupid magic card. If I tried to fetch land for a swords, I feel like I'd be pretty happy with this hand. This hand's really bad against Chancellor as well. I think if this was a fetch land, I would keep this hand. And if it's not a fetch land, I don't think I can keep this hand. So I'm gonna put this hand back. Wow. This hand's a lot better. No Chancellor. All right, what you got for me, Saito? Shuichi Saito is a movie character. Uzumaki. That's the horror stuff, right? Maybe. Anyways. Mox Pearl. That's a good one. What else you got? Ancient Tomb. Archon. Yeah. Everyone Archon. That's pretty good. My land already came into play tapped. Joke's on you. Yeah, I think I want that. Emerald. Okay, that's their only spell they can cast this turn. That's good for me. Oh, come on! I think we're going to lose this game. Because I think my opponent's going to play a Seasoned Engineer next turn. And I'm not going to be able to come back from underneath this Archon, sadly. Maybe I had to mulligan that island away. Archon's so broken. Oh, okay. It wasn't Seasoned Engineer. Still in a bad spot, though. Maybe if I draw another swords. I guess I'm gonna play Tapped Strand and Sapphire. I guess I can just swords and still play Sapphire, and it just doesn't change anything though. I guess I get to keep a fetch land up. But then my opponent might like forge onto the Archon. I don't know. They went down the Lost Well. Do I want to take 2? What'd they do with this Lost Well? Top. I feel like they're just going to play another hate piece and I'm going to die, but let's let them play 2 hate pieces. Guess I'd rather take 2 so they only play 1 spell this turn. I think we're just too far behind. Turn 1 Archon with no forces. Too much to beat. Yep. I guess so. Oh, fuck off. Yeah. I mean, this was a disaster. I don't really understand that, but sure. We'd have to draw Ancestral to win this game, probably. This Portable Hole is garbage. I guess I wouldn't have done anything else if it was one of the other cards, right? So. Alright, we just lose. Sometimes this happens. Sometimes they have really strong Wasteland Archon draws and you just lose. I think the biggest thing is I should have maybe mulligan my starting hand in game 1. No, I'd rather hold the Portable Hole for a Null Rod or a Deafening Silence. Let's see. At least you're learning something here, Chess. Would have died to Bewitch Enchanter. This doesn't do anything, though. I just die on the play. I don't know. This is just like a top percent draw that you're going to lose to, especially when you're mulliganing. So, like, you can't really be upset about this one. What you have to be is the ones that you had some more control over, which was game 1. Game 1, I kept a kind of risky hand based on some suspect information and did not work out. I also am getting a little punished for not having the 4th swords in my sideboard here. But yeah, I mean, this is just what happens sometimes. Sometimes they play turn 1 Archon and you don't have a force. Or sometimes you have a force and they have turn 1 Archon with a Chancellor. Yeah. Too many Wastelands. Nothing I can really do about it. Wasteland's like one of the best cards in their deck by far, so rough loss, but that is magic. All right, onward to round 3 of this vintage challenge with blue-white Lurrus PO. We're up against Wiki, who has quite the range, apparently. 14 days ago played mono-white initiative, but usually is a Lurrus gamer. We'll see what he's got for us today. Love this hand. Lurrus Gaming from Wiki, so this is a perfect Thunder Trap hand. Got the Moxen. Don't know if we're on an opposing combo Lurrus deck or an opposing Wasteland Lurrus deck, so I'll probably lead Island. Could be either. Let's see. All right. 7-card hand. I have Island, I have Jet, and I have an Otter Wizard. All right, well, this card is so good. Look at all the otters on it. 1, 2, 3, 4 otters. Bet you didn't know that. Ooh, not the strongest, but I will take a Lotus. Can play Lurrus next turn. This is definitely one of the things that I've been thinking about. Like, every time you add another otter, your otters technically get worse. But not a huge percentage. But it is something to think about. That's why I was trying to figure out, like, in the Esper version, I'm like, do I want to have 2 otters? Do I want to have 3 otters? I think the answer is you just want all 4 otters. I think the answer is a straight up, yeah, you should just have 4 of this card. This is gonna be an ancestral. Interesting. Do I want to hard cast a Force of Will here? Not really. I think this just has to happen. Saga Gaming, huh? All right. If I get dazed, I'll be pretty sad, but what's the percentage of Lurrus decks with Tundra days? It's gotta be pretty low. Am I supposed to force back here? That's another question I have. I guess I have to, right? I guess that just opens up negation, though. I don't know. Trainer. Okay, so it's the PO deck. Oh, man. Is this a worthy force target against the PO deck? I have a Saga. I kind of feel like it isn't. I'm gonna just let it go. That does make me regret not countering Ancestral, though. Oh, Esper Trainer. Okay, so maybe my old list. Or my new list, or my list. There have been a lot more people playing Esper after I did so well with it the past weekend. I do like the Esper list a lot. I'm mostly just trying out the blue-white list today to make sure that it's not... To make sure that it's not better. Holy hell, this is going so badly. I think I just made a mistake and didn't force the Ancestral, and I'm just gonna die because of it. I guess if I draw a Soul Ring, I can hard cast a Force. I'm looking pretty dead here, though. The difference between Ancestral and no Ancestral is quite high in the PO mirror. But yeah, I'm mostly testing this deck today just to see if there's anything I'm missing in terms of it being like a very powerful alternative. I think it's a good alternative, but I'm not convinced it's better than playing black at the moment. So it's probably highly likely I play Esper tomorrow in the RCQ. I am looking real dead here, though. I don't think I'm ever allowed to force this bobble, but it does make things really bad for me. Maybe they'll crack the bobble because they want to play more Moxen for their academy. I don't know. All I know is Saga tokens are shit. There's no way they're winning this game. I did draw Opal, which I can't cast into Bobble, which means I do not have enough mana to cast my spells that matter. I think I'm still supposed to play Academy out, though. I can't imagine I can ever win this game, but see what happens. All right, Bobble has been cracked, so they can play the Moxen. See how that changes things here. How many Moxen? Yeah, that makes sense. Holy shit. All right, we're just getting buried. I do think that the biggest misplay in this game was, I don't know, like forcing Ancestral there is so bad, but I also didn't know what kind of deck they were on yet. I felt like forcing Ancestral there was bad if they were on Lurrus Control, but it was good if they were on Lurrus Combo. They probably don't even have any negations in their deck. I mean, it's possible they had a Force of Will anyways, and it didn't matter, but certainly my hand is not as good as my opponent's for this matchup. So they can buy and play Lurrus here, which I probably have to force, sadly. I mean, I'm just gonna let stock up go. I don't know. Everything is bad. This spot is bad. My chances of winning are bad. 6 cards in my opponent's hand. What is the best Vexing Bauble target? I mean, maybe my own Vexing Bauble is the best target here. It does mean that I can't play this Opal, though. But it's the only thing that really helps. They have a dress down. Why do I have to play against my own decks that are correctly built, bro? It's the worst feeling of all time. I'm just losing to myself. They can have Fluster back up here? Yo, no one else would do this. What am I supposed to do? Just die. Can't even pay for a Fluster at this point. It'll be too much Storm. I think a Phyrexian Dreadnought would help very much, considering we're probably dying on our opponent's next turn. I'm gonna force this. Because I think I'm gonna get a Vexing Bauble. It's the only way to, like, put a damper on what my opponent's doing. All right. Losing to my own nonsense. I mean, I should probably float anyways. Yeah, I'm 1 mana short there. So my tokens get dressed down. They draw a card. And then I'm gonna get out of Vexing Bauble. I feel like it's the only thing that actually helps me here. And then what I'll do is I'll archive and draw with Hardcast Probe. I don't think a key is good enough. And I have a second key in my deck. So I'll graveyard that. And then we'll peek at their hand. They have another Fluster? Oh, they have Hardcast Mental Misstep. All right. Whatever. We're dead, by the way. They just have Volkey. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Fine. 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 My bad. My bad. My bad. All right. That game spiraled on turn 1 with the Ancestral Recall. It's not clear if we would have been able to actually counter the Ancestral Recall, but definitely if we knew that our opponent was on PO, I would have gone for the counter on the Ancestral Recall. Definitely bringing in our extra counter magic, and then I like Seal of Cleansing a lot in this matchup. Don't know if I like Portable Hole or not. But I don't need Island. And then I like Bauble. Feels weird that, like, every time I just, like, cut these stupid monoliths, or cut the monolith and key, but, like, what else am I supposed to cut, really? Those are the bad cards, right? Oh, I guess you don't need the chain in this matchup. I do like the dress down, though. Just every game, it's just like one monolith, one key, one island, cut, 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 cut. I don't want to cut, like, stock up PO or trainer, so, like, what else am I supposed to cut? All right, my turn for having Ancestral Recall resolve. Yes? Agreed? Everyone agreed? I think we're all in agreement. Yep. That's a hand we keep. How do I sequence this? I think the answer is second spell, scroll. And then upkeep. And then we'll probably just go -1 artifact in play. I guess if they have misstep, it's gonna be worse than that. Do I want to put the Mana Vault in play? I cannot. I have so much mana. I feel like I'm just supposed to. Hmm. Play around the 1 trap, 1 negation that I know is in my opponent's deck. I just have force. All right, force check was successful. I mean, my Lurrus is not very good from here. But I do have lots of hits. I also have 6 mana, so any trainer is a hit too. Like a super hit. Academy go. Okay. Yep. Stock up. I think that's the power of this kind of thing happening here. There's just so many hits in my deck. All right, they had the negation. We successfully played around the negation, kind of. Obviously, they could like negate the last mana vault or crypt or whatever, but I don't think that's very good for them. All right. So they had force, and a fluster that got rid of 3 cards in their hand. Academy that makes no mana. Nothing else. They were ready for my antics here. Playing Lurrus is not great, but it's not bad either. And then obviously all the blue cards are still great. That one's great. All right, they don't have any more negations, so I'm just gonna cast this Ancestral now. And then I'm gonna cast Stock Up, and I guess I win. Well, that's good. Let's kick Stock Up Saga. Actually, Saga seems like it sucks. Let's just cast another Stock Up. Yeah, I understand. Like, we are ripping them off the top, but like the deck has so many cards now. Like, you just always hit. Let's just take blue card, blue card. Should we just look? I guess we'll just save looking for next turn. I guess I didn't take any more stock ups off of this, or POs or trainers, but with Time Walk and Probe, I feel like you're just always gonna hit anyways, right? Yeah. All right. Classic PO gaming. Classic PO gaming. I still think you want Bobble even not on the play, because it just lets you get in like awkward, lets you put your opponent in awkward spots. Maybe that's a good enough reason to include your own portable hole. I could see the value. Definitely see the value. Nah, I don't think it's worth it. These other cards are better. I want all the blue cards I can get. So yeah, my opponent kept like double force, no way to play through, and I kept all action, and I think all action just wins these days. Or not all action, but like all mana, because I think you just have so many action spells to draw now. So many action spells. Sand is not terrible. It's certainly not any on the power level of our other hands here. All right, top Lotus. That's a pretty cool draw. I don't put it past Wiki to randomly add a Lavinia to the deck, so I'm gonna put an Opal in play now. I guess if my opponent did show us a Lavinia at any point, we would want to bring that portable hole back in. Upkeep. Spin is interesting. We're going to just try to draw extra card every single turn with top is my plan. My opponent maybe needs a land drop here, though. That's a good one. That is a good one. I think we just fetch. Activate, activate, and activate. Probably not replaying this turn just because we have the Flusterstorm. Is that true or false? I have double force. Yeah, I think that's true. Does give away I have Flusterstorm, but I think that's okay. So now the question is, does my full counter hand beat their Academy Lotus hand? Round 2. Round 3. Fight. Another land. So 4 cards in hand. Lots of mana. 7 mana. And we're probably countering a Lurrus. Would you fluster here to break this Lotus? Probably not, right? I mean, it does trade fluster for Lotus. Like, they obviously will know I have a Flusterstorm anyways because of the way we tapped. It's just, is this good enough? The Fluster is really hard to use if they have a Lotus anyways. I think I'm going to. Maybe that's not worth it. Maybe it is. Yeah, I don't think Tinker for Volkey is good. Tinker is a really bad card into a metagame with tons of Flusters and Pyroblasts and Disputes and stuff. Cause it, you have to sacrifice an artifact as part of the cost. Just as a way to do some losing. That's a lot of Moxen. That's a problem. It definitely makes my Flusterstorm pretty bad. But I guess my Flusterstorm would have been bad as well anyways. They got PO. All right. All right, they're down to 0 cards. But they have a ton more mana than I do. Do I want to spin before activating here? That's my biggest question. What does it get us? Ancestral mostly? I guess trainer? No, I don't think so. I think I'd rather just get as deep as possible. If we make it to this point, it's going to be really good. My opponent drew a card with top and is drawing top for turn. They do have the ability to Lurrus Lotus. And they will be able to spin top for counter magic on PO. I think we're still in a pretty bad spot, all things considered. I will have a spin here. I guess I could have spun for misstep on this top, but I don't even think that's actually good. My opponent would still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, maybe it would have prevented the Lurrus. Oh. They're not going to go for Lurrus Lotus. They're going to spin and look for a PO, maybe. I wonder if I was supposed to spin for a misstep is what I'm trying to say. Float 3, draw, and then PO or stock up, maybe? Snap stock up. Okay. I think we'll spin, even if we're not drawing to a force, just because I want to know how we want to play this out. Academy. That lets me play around, like, land Flusterstorm, at least. And then I would be able to cast stock up after. Okay. I mean, I could theoretically just draw stock up and cast stock up for turn, hitting Academy +1 possibly. Would that have been better? I don't think so. I guess it accomplishes basically the same exact. Well, I still think I'd rather after POing stock up here for this mana situation. I also can double activate top. I can't double activate. Yeah, I could if I use my Academy, I can double activate top and PO. I guess I could just double activate top. Stock up and PO if they don't present Flusterstorm. So I can make 4 mana. No, I'll be 1 short, right? Because I'll have 4 mana and it costs me 2 mana to do it in replay. So I'd only have. I think I do have enough. No, I think I'll have 6. Oh, they do have. Okay. So they went for Sapphire, which makes me want to play around Flusterstorm. I don't know if they actually have it. Maybe they're just going to spin for a force, but I do want to play. I think I want to play around Flusterstorm here. So I am going to go. Am I going to use my key draw? 8 mana. If I use my key draw, it means my stock up will definitely be flustered. I mean, I'm still supposed to, right? Just don't cast the stock up, maybe? I guess if this gets forced, I am still casting stock up here and drawing my top. I could use a blue card. I guess Vault Key is pretty good. I can play a top first. All right, they have nothing. Okay. Oof. I mean, if they could always spin for a force. They could have mind break trap or something. I think there's a lot of ways that can go wrong. So I think trying to get like this, the way that I do this lets me spin for, I don't know, something. Heal mirrors, baby. All right, let's heal. What's heal? We'll just start saying words at the same time. Let's go round 4, 2-1 up against a player who has only 3 challenges in the current data set. 1 with sphere shops, 1 with dredge, and 1 with initiative. So maybe no blue. We'll see. Keep that in mind on our opening hand here, which is kind of awful. This hand just does nothing powerful. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. And then, of course, I'm rewarded with a nice... This hand doesn't do anything. Can I keep it? If I hit a Mox or a land off my probe, it's okay. Might keep this. I mean, even then, it's not that good. Because these both are just one-time activations. Yeah, I'm going to mulligan this hand as well. Oh, look, London Mulligan. Here to help. I am going to put back... Flusterstorm and... Huh. That's an interesting one. Is it just Force? Put back Fluster Force. Emerald Bauble Ancestral. That's kind of wild. I think so. I'm probably, if they're on non-blue, I'm probably keeping this Bauble and play the whole game, or at least a large portion of this game. I'm gonna go for a basic island here to play around Wasteland. I guess playing this doesn't help me right now because I can't actually crack this, but... So I guess it exposes me to exactly Thoughtseize. But I would still just cast a response anyways, right? So... Is what it is. Cracking this Bauble is going to be awkward. I do have stock up. Well, first let's see what kind of deck my opponent's on. Workshop. Well, this doesn't look like my Bauble is doing very much. Turn 1 Ring. Turn 1 Forge. Oh my god. All right. No Pearl, but they probably cast it off the top, so... Just getting rid of it. Yeah, all right. Maybe my Bauble is doing something. And then keeping the card with Forge. So I think the answer here is PO. I was going to say stock up. But now I can just PO. That's a crazy draw. I think I'm okay with going -1 card. Just so I can do this. Looks pretty good. Cool. Let's take a look at what my opponent's working with here. Oh, it's Fleshraker Sphere Shops. We do another PO, though, so they're pretty dead. Don't have a blue Moxen yet, though. Definitely just POing again. I guess, what's the likelihood that my stock up would hit Opal? Or Sapphire or Lotus? So what's the likelihood I hit a 4 of in 5 looks with 45 cards in my deck? I guess I would still need... No, any of those work. Odds for 545. Is that what I'm looking for? Odds 45, 4, 5, 1. 40%? That's not very good. All right, let's just PO then. Let's play the bobble first. Oh, did not hit. What is my best play now? Probably crack a bobble. I don't really think I need... I mean, they can play a chalice on 0 if I don't replay the bobble. I guess that's kind of bad for me. But I do want to force Flesh Raker, probably. Huh. Wow. Weird. I'm not sure what I want to do here. How much do I care about Chalice on 0 from here? I kind of think it's a lot. Maybe it's not a lot. But can I get away with... I really don't know if I can get away with not having force. But I always have the ability to crack, so... Probably doesn't... Well, like, the thing is, like, I could crack now and maybe hit something of value. But the things that I can hit again are, like, there's only 4 good hits that make it sense to crack now, so... Because I think I have to counter Flesh Raker. Because if I let them play Flesh Raker with Forge, don't I just lose? Feels like it's really bad if I let them do that. But then I'm getting Chalice. I mean, I have stock up, so maybe it doesn't matter. What did they get rid of? They got rid of Strip Mine and Ghost Quarter. Interesting. Makes sense, though. Because they need to play Ancient Tomb to play Flesh Raker. I know they're prison shops, but doesn't like the Flesh Raker mana just make this too bad for me? Oh, Scrawly Crawly? I feel like Scrawly Crawly doesn't matter. Maybe I just let this whole turn go through. And then end of turn crack bobble. Or I guess I don't need to crack bobble because I would PO. I guess it draws the same amount of cards. Or do I want to just crack bobble now and force it? But then I'd like it to not have to counter Chalice, but I could just counter Chalice. I don't have... I have just Chain in the main is my only thing, really. Chain and stock up. Like, I probably don't need much to beat Scrawly Crawler, especially because I have Merchant Chain already. So I don't think that card matters very much. I guess if they play Chalice on 1... I don't know the answer. I'm just gonna do the one that makes the most sense in my head. It was Sapphire! The 5th card down was Sapphire. So stock up would have worked and crack bobble would have worked PO. Ah, come on. I hit the 38%er. That's too funny. I mean, I'm just supposed to PO through this crawler, right? Ay, ay, ay. Oh. I see. That seems like a good one. I actually have this answered, funny enough. I have Merchant Scroll. They got a Null Rod. Okay, this is my last turn. Fun. I do have this all answered, which is really funny. Good God. I mean, I might not have enough life to beat Scrawly Crawly, but we'll see. Chain of Vapor broken again. This might not be enough, because I will have to flash back a chain to bounce this Crawly. But here we go. I'm at 8. Oh, I have a dress down. I have enough forces for the Karn now. So I probably just kick a trainer. I didn't think it was really relevant to do that. But I guess I could have made more blue if I had done that. I guess I wouldn't have made any more blue because there was a Karn. So yeah, I guess it didn't do anything. It's just blue mana that I'm really short on. Just kick a trainer here looks fine though. No worries. All right, what does kick a trainer get us? A PO and a stock up. A PO, I guess I have a dress down theoretically, so a PO is probably better. There's a sink into stupor for another bounce. But I probably am not bouncing. I'm probably just forcing a Karn and chump blocking with trainer and then going dress down PO. But I guess I don't need a stock up. I need a blue card though, because I'm gonna have to pitch cast force to counter all Karn and Null Rod. I'm gonna draw one more card on their upkeep with Crawly Crawly. So I guess the answer is like, would I rather have Sync in my deck still? I guess I would rather have Sync in my deck still, right? Would I rather put this Mana Crypt into play and risk losing 3 life, or just discard Tundra? Just discard Tundra is probably fine. All right, so now Crawly draws me a card, and then I have to force this player's stuff, and then I can dress down another PO, and hopefully that's good enough. So I will need an answer. I guess I could loop dress downs on my upkeep with Lurrus. That would work. They're playing Flesh Raker first. I think I have to force that. Do I have enough cards to pitch? So I force this, and then I force Null Rod. Do I have to? Yeah, I think I have to force this. It means they're not playing Karn. I guess they could have 2 Null Rods. I'm kind of surprised by that play, but it did the same thing. I guess it makes sense. Wait, have they played Chalice? They have played Chalice. Sphere? if they have a land in hand, they can also play Null Rod. And if I counter it, they play Null Rod, so it has to resolve. That could be a problem. I might lose this game. Mystic Forge is so broken, man. That card is unbelievable. I guess Karn is pretty broken too, but Mystic Forge is the reason this game is so close. I think I'm going to lose. I'm going to go to 4. I'm going to go to 3. I just don't have enough mana anymore, right? So I could PO in my upkeep. No, I can't because I need to dress down. So do I just take 2 damage? I guess I could untap this. I lose a mana. It's not very good. Oh, man. I don't think I'm going to have any mana left over after. I think I'm just going to die. I might just have to go Lurrus. I mean, what am I even snapping, though? Am I snapping this? I draw a snap. I snap this. It's like pretty bad, isn't it? I think I'm just going to die because they're going to replay Karn on the next turn. This sphere was so good. They just missed. They just had too much card draw with Mystic Forge, and I wasn't able to combo off. What did I chain? I chained a Karn. I had to chain a Karn. Wait, so what we did was we lost this game because I didn't crack my bobble and hit the freaking Sapphire. That's the real problem. Well, I'm not gonna have any mana after I do all my stuff. I guess like if I hit the Tolarian Academy. Oh, I just don't have enough mana actually at all, right? Like I don't have enough mana here. Wow, no, I don't have enough mana here. I just threw the game there too. I couldn't do that because I only have 5 mana. I guess I can pick up some of my things. Because this monolith makes no mana. I guess they're still supposed to play it. Wow, I think I... this game sucks. I guess I can leave in some. So I can pick up this, 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 this. Leave a couple. Leave 2. Did I hit Academy? I didn't hit Academy. Okay. So I just have to play out all of my Moxen and then get them Karned. And then Rep Academy still. I must have played this game a little poorly at least. I didn't think we were under a lot of pressure, but my opponent's Forge really fucked me up. There's the Academy. I guess if they have a second crawler, we do. Oh, yeah, I guess another Flesh Raker. Where are these cards? I mean, I know where the cards are coming from, but like Mystic Forge. Oh my god, Mystic Forge has just brutally murdered me this game. Wow. All right. I didn't really think we were going to lose this game, but the Karn and the Sphere together were just so much. Yeah. Mystic Forge is a card that some people like keep floating to get unrestricted. I'm like, you do not understand. That card is completely broken. All right. Well, that's a really rough loss, all things considered, but we got more games to play here, so. Pretty brutal. Do I want swords if they're on Flesh Rakers and Crawlers? I guess I do. How the hell am I going to fit that? I understood what you were saying in Discord, Ian. I got it. I understood exactly what you were saying, but everyone else seems to have misinterpreted what you were trying to say there. We're on the play, so we want to be doing PO things here. Switcher's Bobble looks terrible. Snapcaster Mages. I mean, Snapcaster is just so good in a longer game here. I just don't know how to cut down on. I think Vexing Bobble is like not even that good on the play, but it does hit on some hands for sure. Let's take one stock up. Let's try this. Man, losing that game is rough. Used a lot of time trying to figure out how to get through there as well. That seems like an acceptable hand. Not a great one by any means, but we've been kind of bullied by Sphere Shops and by Mono White Initiative today. It's been kind of rough. And our deck is supposed to be a little bit better than my Esper version against those decks. At least the Wasteland parts of those decks. I guess we haven't really been bullied. We did get bullied a little bit by the Wasteland part of the Mono White deck, but I mean, now they're going to have 4 Null Rods, and they have multiple Moxen, huh? I'm jealous. Karn? Lodestone Golem. That one is okay. We have the swords this time. Karn and Mystic Forge. Yeah, my opponent had Karn, Mystic Forge. Those are definitely some of the better cards you can hit. It always was funny to me that Sphere Shops players would try to like cut Karn and Mystic Forge or like Mystic Forge from their deck because it doesn't do so well with spheres and stuff. And I'm like, you do not understand. This card is broken. You should be playing that card. So the question will be, do I want to take 5? I guess we'll let them maybe play a land out first. I could have bought Lurrus there, but because I have tap and untap key, maybe I should have. I don't think I want to take 5 is what I'm leaning towards. So I guess maybe I should have just bought Lurrus. See if that comes back to bite me here. Yep. I think I forced pitching trap. Because I'm never going to get a trap off anymore. I mean, maybe they should have second Null Rod. Sphere. And Wasteland? No. Alright. That does mean it's hard for me to negate. Lurrus is not very good here either. This looks really bad. Lurrus PO in general is quite good against Sphere Shops, but not in the current iteration. Like the sideboard plan here, 1 Sabotage, 1 recall, some counter spells, Portable Hole is just not good enough. Do I care about that one? It's best to just use my mana, I think. Snap. Not very... I guess I technically have Snap Swords, right? Because I have 5 mana. And I also have hold up negation as well. So until I get wastelanded, obviously. Opponent must have all gas. No lands. Maybe they can't cast Karn because they have a sphere in play. Crucible of Worlds. Yeah, that's too risky. Can't really let that resolve. Black Lotus. That's a good one. Not a good snap here. Yep, that's really good. So if I do this, 3, 5, 6, 7, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Woo! Thundertrap Trainer. Portable Holes, Steel Sabotage, Pearl Ruby. I'm not going to be able to cast Sabotage on this turn, but it's probably the best spell here. I don't actually think I want to undo the Sphere in case they have a bunch of 4-drops in their hand, which I think is likely. Cool. I don't need a Jet, so I'll take a Sapphire. So I'll go Sapphire, and then I'll go Lotus. And then I will... I guess that gets Mindbreak trapped if they want. That kind of makes a lot of sense. I probably should have played around that. I kind of knew that that was going to happen, so I should just have not played the Sapphire and should just played the Lotus and passed. Well, they drew the Ghost Quarter. So now they can play a 5-drop. They have a Karn. I guess Karn is not very good against these creatures, though. So just Mystic Forge. I want to draw Seal of Cleansing. Time Walk is pretty good. Let's see. Do I want to Time Walk and bounce the Forge? Is that good? Probably. Is this lethal? No, this is 5 damage and then 5 damage, puts them to 5. Snap does not change that math in any way. Oh, do you mean just Snap Time Walk? Yeah, that's lethal. Well, can I cast both in the same turn, though? I guess I don't need to cast both because I can attack with just these things. Okay, yeah, it is. You're right. It is lethal. Gotta play a little faster, huh? Oh, wait, do I have enough mana? I might not have enough mana, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I have exactly enough mana. Yeah, I have exactly enough. Ugh. No Lotus, no problem. All right, 4 minutes. An affront to humanity? I don't think so. I have 4 Thundertrap Trainers in my deck. It's not restricted. I dug 10 cards deep. Okay. All right. I gotta win a game 3 against Sphere Shops on the draw. It's gonna be tough. We do know they have Mind Break Traps in their deck now. Cat. Yep, that's a hand. I have to keep this. I think I'm probably gonna lose this game, I would assume. I just don't have enough like good answers. I don't have enough Hercles in my deck. I'm just gonna try to hit a card off the top, I think. Didn't do it. Do I buy Lurrus or do I spin? Spin. Those cards are not very good, I would assume. I could technically play Lorien Revealed if they did nothing. I guess we leave these on top for now. I guess I'm just going to get null rotted and die is what I'm going to do. Sure. You have a null rod too? Okay, yeah, I just lose. I don't know. I just don't have enough answers in my deck. That's a good one. Let's see if this is enough. What was my third card down? It was a Time Vault. I might just keep it. Seems kind of bad. I have to hope they put no more taxing pieces in play. Just Stonecoil Serpent. Oh, that's fine. All right, I think we can win this game then. This game looks pretty winnable then. Oh, never mind. It's a lot harder now. Can my opponents please stop drawing the good cards? Ancestral Recall, Swords to Plowshares. You can take the 3. I guess I could just draw 1 and then Swords. I don't know if that's actually better though. Shit. I'm gonna lose my top to do that. I guess I can just do it. I'm just making plays fast now. I'm just not gonna be able to win this game fast enough, sadly. I think I'm also just gonna lose in general, but that's okay. I can't really PO from here. I can merchant for an Hercules, but it's like not very good. I wish I had a freaking swords for that. I don't know. I have to play so fast that it's probably impossible no matter what I choose to do. Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, I mean, even if I had full time, I might not be able to do it. Need to hit a sabotage or a sink is not enough. All right. I don't think I was winning this game, even if I got to play it slow, but maybe I was. Oh, wait, I chained their null rod, right? So I knew that they had a null rod coming? Okay, that was really bad. I didn't have enough time on my clock. I needed to win game 1 is what I needed to do. I knew they had a null rod. I had to not counter. I mean, if I let the flush raker go, uh, no, I have to win really though. I have to kind of win on my next turn there. I don't think so. Like the fact that I could like they went chalice as well meant I couldn't just merchant for a PO. If I had like left swords on top, swords the crawler. I mean, the ancestral wasn't like good enough. Obviously, I can't force this flush raker. I need to force null rod, but I just kind of forgot about it at the point where I was trying to play fast. I don't no no. I think I can't win because of time, but I also just like, don't think I'm winning this game normally either. Like they should have a 7-card hand and every card is good, and I just don't have enough good answers. Like maybe if I play super slowly and I merchant for a Hercules recall, that might have done it. But I'm taking a lot of damage to do that. I don't know. I've been telling people that Sphere Shops is like really good right now. Like people keep making these weird uh posts about how like Workshops and Bazaar are dead, and I'm like, Workshops and Bazaar are two of the best possible decks you can play into the current metagame. Like, yeah, Lurrus PO can beat Workshop if it gears to it, but like the current setup is just not sufficient. Like one seal, one hole, trap, negation, Hercules, sabotage is actually just not enough. And Dredge is extremely good into these decks as well, so. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of my fault for sure because like I spent so much time trying to win game 1, and maybe there was a way to win game 1, but like I did not have enough time to finish out game 3 and play well. So, all right, let's look. Losing. I mean, I did mull to 5, right? That's not easy, but let's see. I mean, they played turn 1 Mystic Forge, quite good. I went for a PO for 3. Which I think I like a lot better than stocking up. So I'm okay with that. And we probe and we PO again. And then our choice here was, do we want to PO for 4 or stock up? I mean, PO for 4 also hits blue sources at like the same rate, right? It's one less card. It just so happened that the one less card on PO was the blue source that we needed. I don't know. This looks correct to me. And then the 5th card down is I could crack it. It prevents, if I wait, it prevents like some amount of timing. I think I'm just supposed to crack it and find the sapphire. If I miss, I miss. Because I'm going to crack it on their turn no matter what anyways, right? So why don't I give myself 4 more hits? What am I doing? Like, yeah, they get like better sequencing this way, but like not that much better. And it gives me the out to like winning the game, right? The problem just kept being that I had to force 2 things every turn. Is like way too many things. I think this was just bad play. I think there's no reason to. I think I should just crack this bobble and give myself the opportunity to draw one of the 4 cards that I needed. I always have to let this Crawley resolve and just play through it. But if I had drawn this Sapphire, I would have easily won the game. Like it wasn't even close. It was just a complete stomp because I get to play the Sapphire and then PO for 5 with a Sapphire, and I just can't lose. So like I think an average player would have cracked Bobble here and easily won, whereas I kind of gamed myself a little too hard. Whoa, I mean you get Swords of Plowshares, I think, and your mana's like better. I don't know exactly what the differences are for sure. But then I just PO'd for 5 with a Sapphire and lost. Like, how is that possible? Sure, I take 5 damage, but that doesn't really matter too much. I guess I just used too many POs already. That was my 3rd PO. How do I lose from here, man? So they slammed a Karn. I forced Chalice and they slammed Karn. I'm supposed to counter Chalice, right? Like, I have to counter Chalice. I mean, that was correct. They just had a Karn on top. I mean, a Sphere is still pretty bad for me here, but I can play through a Sphere no problem. Karn is a different story. And then their Karn got them a Null Rod. I mean, I had the answer to Karn, so I chain. I mean, I have to use 3 blue mana is the problem, right? Karn makes it so I have to use 3 blue mana. And so now when I PO, I only have 1 blue mana after because I don't hit Lotus. So I Trainer, and Trainer can't even hit Academy, but I have multiple forces. What are my hits here? I hit a blue spell and a blue spell. I just have to take both blue spells. And then Fleshraker at 7. I mean, I can't let the stupid Fleshraker resolve. Unfortunately, like, I've lost so much life now that I'm at the point where I have to just counter everything, right? So I counter the Fleshraker, and then I have to counter. I can't counter Sphere because I know there's a Null Rod coming. This is such a rough game. But we still get to this turn with a Sphere and a dress down. Was I supposed? I don't think I was supposed to dress down. What if I just PO from here? I just snap off a PO for... I'm just going to die if I do that. What if I untap? Do I lose one colorless mana to untap and I save a life? I don't think that matters. I think I have to draw Academy. And then I went 1 short on this PO, right? But if I go any shorter on this PO, I only have 1 artifact in play, and so I'm only making 1 mana. I need to have 2 artifacts in play. I guess I don't need to have 2 artifacts in play because I have a crypt, but I can't really play a crypt from here. Yeah, this game is just, I think, a little unfortunate. Again, I do think that it's probably lost on this misplay, which is very minor. And not always going to even result in me winning. I am 4 and 41 here for a 1 draw. What is the odds are? There are 41 cards in my deck, and I have 4 hits, and I'm looking at 1 card, and 1 is good. The odds there are 9%. So, like, they're really bad. But I don't think keeping the bobble in play is good. And I could always, like, have another load. I can always have another force as well. So I think this is the spot that matters the most. And then game 2 was what? Just a complete stomp. I just countered everything. The only misplay in game 2 was playing the Lotus into the trap. And then game 3, I just, like, don't have enough time, right? I only have 4 minutes. I have to, like, I basically have to stomp my opponent in this game, or I'm not gonna have enough time. So I just force the Sphere in hopes that I'll draw a PO off the top and win. I think that makes the most sense. Because, like, I'm not gonna win this game if I give my opponent, like, a second turn, or, like, a second turn without the ability to counter anything. I just have to top deck a PO or a stock up or something on that turn. And then my opponent has Null Rod. So, yeah, okay. It's all about this first game. Crazy, crazy, crazy set. Okay, here we go. Round 5. Keep up the good practice. Obviously, some rough matches today, but that happens. Can't win them all. Looks like we're going to have a nice little Lurrus battle here. I don't really feel like the matches we lost were super because of our choice to be blue-white over Esper. I think the Grim Monolith and the Keys so far have been fine, and they get boarded out in kind of the same spots the black cards get boarded out anyways, so I don't think it's mattered too much. This hand looks great. This hand is one of my better hands of the day, actually. So we got a Lurrus Gamer across the table. Don't know if we're expecting it to be... can Control or combo? Take a quick peek and see if we can figure it out, though. No Lurrus matches. Bizarre, Oath, and Bizarre. I'm gonna expect combo off of that, and I think it's fairly acceptable to... I'm gonna fetch a basic island. I'm just gonna fetch a basic island. I feel like it's better in the blind. It's not like we're casting Lurrus anytime soon. Oh, I drew a Pearl, so... I already have a stock up. I kind of have to take a Mox here, because I have this tap land. It's a little unfortunate. But Pearl's quite good, so... I'm not getting trapped, am I? That would be awful. All right. Unfortunately, I'm like one blue card short of having a really nice setup here. I don't think I'm countering Key. I don't think that has enough. If it was a Soul Ring, I'd probably counter a Soul Ring. Okay. All right. I guess I hope we don't get flustered, but let's kind of stock up. Oh boy. All right. Force, Snap, Dress Down, PO, stock up. I think Force PO makes the most sense here. And then we'll go with our archive. Bobble. I actually think Bobble's kind of bad for me. It's not like playing a Bobble and POing is going to protect us from very much. Like, we're still going to get Flusterstormed if they have Flusterstorm, and we have all these forces. I'm just going to put this in the grave. I feel like there are better cards we can hit, like our own Flusterstorm, maybe. Let's see. I don't know how I feel about this current spot. It looks kind of bad. Stock up. It's like pretty bad for me to let this resolve because of Flusterstorms. So I think I'm going to force this pitching misstep. Don't like the look of stock up here. Does mean we have to probably draw a blue card to make our PO go through, but did not draw a blue card is really bad. That's really unfortunate. I guess looking now, I actually wish I had the Vexing Bauble, because if I had the Vexing Bauble, I could at least play PO through Force. And now I can't even do that. All right, so maybe I'm making just a lot of bad plays today. Maybe nothing matters. Actually, this is mana short of Vault Keying. And they can get a Vexing Bauble off of their Saga to protect their Time Vault. So how do I win? I have to train her into a Lotus. Is that my only out? Did not train her into a Lotus. Opal, I mean, I guess Flusterstorm is something, but I don't think Flusterstorm really does it here. I mean, I'm supposed to take Fluster, though. All right, I think I'm gonna die this turn, sadly, but what's a guy to do? Let's see. Maybe they don't have it. Nope, they found it. Uh, Lurrus, I assume. Oh, PO. That's not very good. I can make him crack Lotus. Is that good? If I force first, it's a storm count of 2. It's 3 copies. They'd only have 1 mana after. If I don't, I think I just fluster this. Prevents a draw and uses 2 mana. And it's not like they can really replay Bobble. I guess they can now. Well, I don't think I'm countering this. So they could have hard cast Mental Misstep. So I should bait with Ancestral. Okay. I guess they could still have Flusterstorm if I Time Walk and they Flusterstorm. It's 2. I can still pay, so we should just Time Walk first. See if I can't get to a spot that is like a little more insulated. Probe works. Sync Force Trap. So yeah, they could have double force here after cracking. So if I can find another blue card, that would be ideal. I guess I can rebuy with Lurrus later anyways, so it's not a huge deal. I guess I have Hardcast PO as well. Force pitching sync. I think I just do force pitching force. If they have another one, then I'll PO for 5. These mirrors have gone pretty well so far. But I mean, if anyone has played a PO mirror before, it's Justin, so. I was boarding these 4 in, right? When I was taking out Island, Monolith, Chain, and Key. That's what I was doing. Yeah. So far, so good. I mean, for the lures, for the mirrors. Ooh, that hand's. I like this hand a lot, actually. I'm totally down for this kind of hand. It's pretty bad against like a good trainer hand, though. So maybe that's a problem. No trainer. Upkeep Ancestral. I really don't want that to resolve. I don't think they were on Volt Key, right? So they're not on Pyroblast. Let's force this. All right, force back. Pitching Fluster. Yeah, you got an Ancestral. It's gonna make my life challenging. I think what I'm gonna do here is Time Walk and play Mana Crypt, Time Vault. And then we'll see what this next turn gives us. I could like just draw the 1 key with Flusterstorm backup. Trainer. Trainer should be better than buy Lurrus, hold open Fluster, so could still be key as well. No key. So the question is, do I want to Lorien for a blue source? Or do I want PO for the next turn? Jesus, I don't know. So it's, do I think I'm going to live through a turn if I don't hold up Fluster? After my opponent went Ruby, Underground Sea, Ancestral, Force pitching Fluster. I mean, I want to be able to Fluster a stock up, so I think I'm good. I think I don't know if this is right. I don't really know how I feel about this. Shuffles all those hits back into my deck as well. All right, well, now you know. Sure. Not a very powerful turn. Kept a card on top. No, I don't think we're skipping. Saga Gaming. Pretty good. Don't think I'm buying and playing Lurrus this turn. Because I think I'd rather have Fluster up. I have nothing to return with Lurrus anyways. Fluster is pretty preventative right now. They're not going to be able to cast very many cards that do a lot. Okay, never mind. They just have Academy, so they can cast anything they want. Why do I bother, man? Jesus. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So they have 4 mana. All right, fine. My bad. This was, they drew this turn, right? Because they didn't play it last turn. I guess they could have theoretically had it last turn and they wanted to use Archive. They probably kept it off of Archives, what they did. I'm just gonna counter this. I don't think my Flusterstorm gets better, and I just need to give myself a chance. They're tapped out. That's crazy. They're tapping out. I just need to draw key or Time Walk. I already used Time Walk. Snapcaster or key. They drew Demonic Tutor. All right, Snap or key wins this game. I hate this game. All right, well. Beat me, opponent. Yep. Demonic is probably winning. I wonder what it's getting. Maybe it just gets Portable Hole if they kept it in. I didn't bring in Portable Hole, right? I don't know. If they have the Seal of Cleansing, the Seal of Cleansing goes nuts here. But I guess I have Lurrus, so maybe it doesn't. They did have Kip in Portable Hole. All right. That's answerable. 2 cards in hand by Lurrus. All right. I think the game is still playable. Yo, what's up? Thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Just another flip. What do I want to do from here, man? I don't even think this fluster's enough. Well, I guess they can't force. Making a construct, but then what am I getting with this? I don't think a vexing bauble is particularly good. I guess a key is fine. A key is still okay. I guess a top is really good. Top is not doing anything with my Lurrus. Vexing bauble might just be the best one because I can loop it with Lurrus here. I don't know the answer. It's quite tough. I guess they are also looping bauble with Lurrus. Whoa, weird spot. I'm not looping a Lurrus this turn, though, because I made a construct. Oh, I guess I can't really attack into my opponent, because if I attack, they play Lurrus and rebuy Trainer. So I kind of need to go for Key so I can make these constructs unblockable. Our Time Vault is currently underneath their portable hole, or we would win the game on the spot. But we did make them Demonic Tutor for portable hole, so... We have other answers, so it's not like that's unanswerable or unrecoverable. We have a Seal of Cleansing and exactly a Seal of Cleansing and a Sink into Stupor. So I'm thinking about Key, I'm thinking about Bobble, and I'm thinking about Top. But like, oh, I don't think a Lurrus loop is good because my opponent is also engaging in a Lurrus loop, and I'm just gonna lose. I was thinking I might want to try to kill my opponent in 3 attacks with Manifold Key. That might just not be like feasible though. I don't have very many good draws off of Sensei's Top, sadly. So I don't know if Sensei's Top is really doing it for me. I mean, I do have good draws. I just like don't know. It doesn't look great. I can't loop a 0-drop because they have a bauble. And like, how good is my own bauble? It's like good against PO kind of, but not really. It's super bad for me no matter what I choose, isn't it? I don't think I'm going to win enough time if I go for Key. All right, see what happens. I think they're all long shots is kind of what I'm saying. They have so much more mana than me because of Academy. No spin before fetching? Interesting. They have enough to hardcast Force now, too. You cannot attack there. If you attack there, you lose the game on the spot. Opponent blocks with Thunder Trap and then casts it with Offspring. So we don't have any attacks without the key. They should attack us, probably. They should probably attack us so that... Because we can't block it. I need an extra land in play. Am I casting stock up here? What is this Flusterstorm actually preventing? Nothing, right? Just use my freaking mana. Hard cast Force off a top draw. I think that's fine. Yeah, I have no attacks. I'm pretty dead. No Pearl, bro. I got a Vexing Bobble. I'm pretty sure I'm losing this game. It might be correct to concede this game and try to win game 3 with more time. But I'm the one who's F6, so. I mean, we might get to a point where we have an all-out attack that wins. They have a PO now. They can replay basically everything. Flusterstorm was not preventing the first one of these. You still can't cast zeros. Mike, I mean, they can kick a Thunder Trap. I don't know. Whatever. Let's see what they do. I'm chilling, so. I guess they could have portable hold my Bobble here. But they're going to just go for the Time Vault again. Interesting. They could also portable hold my Construct tokens if they wanted to, and like loop POs or something. I don't know. Depending on how they play this turn out, we still have winning chances, so. I think we have to play this game all the way through. Like, if they tap out and, like, my Fluster's good or something, or, like, the Bobble is good, or there's a lot of ways that this goes badly for them. It's not a simple game to win. It's a very challenging game with a lot of moving pieces, so I think I'd rather them just make them play this out. They revealed a Flusterstorm off this Thunder Trap trainer. That's very interesting to know. Bobble of their own. They're not going to play Lurrus, right? Chop and spin and then hold up mana, or do they have a time walk? No. Okay. So double trainer, no Lurrus. They're holding open Flusterstorm. And we both have baubles. Yogwill. Oh, God. Okay. I still think there's chances I win this game. Now I think we do get an attack in. That is a terrible draw, by the way. These cards are not it, though. These cards are all getting... I guess I have Fluster backup, so... I can't really PO. Do I have an Ancestral? I guess I have an Ancestral. We have a Mystical Archive that's fetchable, but it doesn't really do anything, so... I don't think we can win this game is what I think we've lost now. I could hit Tolarian Academy off this Ancestral is what I'm playing for. Tolarian Academy into... Sink into Stupor... I did not hit the Tolarian Academy. Okay. I'm just gonna die to Time Walk, though. All right, whatever. Here you go. My opponent's turn to figure shit out. I'm dead here. Hundo percento. But they gotta use their time. I don't know. This was the game where my opponent cast Ancestral on turn 1, right? This was going to be a very hard game to win regardless, but it was a pretty close one. We had a couple opportunities. Oh, they just have Vault Key. I think I let them play this through. I have to even out the clock a bit here. Shouldn't take my opponent that long to do, though. They have all the tools they need. Well, they boarded in Steel Sabotage. Well, now we learned something. I don't hate it. Oh, they're going to bounce my Vexing Bauble. Crack their Vexing Bauble. Oh, I guess they already Yogg-Willed, right? I guess it doesn't even matter if I have Force. Let my opponent play through this here. It's not going to take them very long either, so. I don't think I would bring in Sabotage. Sure. But I don't hate it. All right, so now they kill me in 11 attacks. Just fine. I just turned off my yield. Oh, they got Saga off the DT. Smart. The only Tendrils deck is a Beseech Storm. Having a storm card in your deck is like pretty superfluous. Like you're going to win these games no matter what. It's just like putting a bad card in your deck to make your life easier, which is not even that much easier. All right, my opponent played this pretty quickly too. Props to my opponent. I like what they chose to do here. Ah, nice play. Make the thing unblockable. Nice play. I think they managed that timing real well. Pretty impressive. I still don't think I really like Portable Hole or Sabotage. Yeah. I don't think I want those cards. I just want mana and spells and jam. I think Seal Cleansing gets a pass because of how broken it is, but I don't think attacking Vault Key is the way I want to play this matchup. I don't think it's that big a deal. Maybe. I don't know. What card is it better than? All right, 9 minutes, 12 minutes. Plenty of time. Lurrus PO Mirror. My Esper deck versus my blue-white deck. Probably want to be on the Esper side of this matchup if I had to guess. No one's attacking my mana, so... This hand's kind of good. Am I keeping Trap, or am I just getting rid of it? I think I'm just getting rid of Trainer. How much mana do I have? I can kick a Trainer on turn 1. And then stock up after. Maybe I'm just getting rid of PO then. Can kick a Trainer on turn 2 is what I'm trying to say. And then if that gets countered, I still have the ability to stock up after that because of Soul Ring. So I think I just bottom the PO. Kicking a Trainer on turn 2 is sick. Alright, no trap. Wonder if they have a dress down. God, how broken would that be here? I don't think I'm playing around it though. That would have been so good. Force Seal Fluster. Force probably. I mean, Seal's pretty fucking good here. I think Force is better. Robe, Emerald. I don't think I need another Mox, but I do think I want another blue card for my Force. Yeah, cool. That went really well. I have Force Trap, multiple payoffs, 7 cards in my opponent's hand. Yep, Time Vault's fine. Okay. Probably have Flusterstorm. Should I probe to see? If I probe and I see Flusterstorm, what do I even do about it? Just wait. Force Fluster, stock up Lorien revealed. How do I beat that? I'm not buying Lurrus, I'll tell you that much. Oh, can I buy Lurrus? Let's see. They make 3 mana and they have Force Fluster back up. They cast it and I force it. They'd have to draw something good. I guess they can get another land. I can buy Lurrus, actually. I guess they have double Fluster. But if they double Fluster to get a stock up through, then I just trap. Oh, wait, I don't have enough mana to pay for first Fluster. Okay, well, that play was shit. I should not have bought Lurrus. I completely miscounted here. That's my fault, sorry. I think they have too many Flusters for me to do that play. I mean, this Lurrus is shit. Buying that Lurrus was so bad, but that's okay. Oh, they force this? Just straight up force this? Okay. So they have Fluster, 2 unknowns. I guess if they just have Key, then they win. I kind of played this game pretty poorly. I should not have bought Lurrus. That was a huge mistake. All right, so they win in a couple turns here. A mana source would be pretty good because I could make them use both their Flusters on my PO. Wobble is pretty bad here. Guess what we'll do is we will stock up. If they want to double Fluster that, that's fine. think we're gonna be a turn short in this game. Well, they drew a hard cast negation. Is that what's happening? Force. So they still have double fluster after all of this? Oh, they have PO. Oh, that's a fucking nightmare. So I can't even get them to use both flusters. I guess I can at least follow up with Bobble. All right. Well, yeah, this is going really poorly. Man, the person who has Slayer in Academy has so much game in these matchups. Wow. Yeah, that was really bad sequence. This all stems from this Lurrus buy too, so. Oof, man. I am in trouble. I actually think this Bobble will be pretty good here, though, at limiting my opponent's mana. But it does mean I'm not going to be able to counter this Time Vault very well. I think I'm still supposed to play it, though. Am I? I don't know. I definitely could have played this match better, but their hand was so good against me. Fluster is key, and having more mana is key. They're going to portable hole my Bobble? Sure. Okay. So now I can force the Time Vault and trap the Fluster stack. Might be good enough. They have to have not drawn another piece of interaction. They drew another piece of interaction. I mean, let's get them out. All right. We can still win. Key draws winning here. Seal is winning here. Obviously, we have more POs to draw to as well. Stock ups and stuff to draw to. This is a winnable game. Stock up. It's a good one. They can find another force blue card. We do need to either draw a way to beat Vault Key, or we need to draw a key, or we need to draw PO. I think they should definitely have Archive first. PO, stock up, key, Thunder Trap Trainer. Yep, I mean, we're casting it. I don't have enough mana to PO here. That's so frustrating. I'm 1 mana short. Where's my Talarian Academy? I'm so jealous. Blind top draw can hit seal, I guess, and time walk. I guess this is the kind of spot where you want portable hole, but I don't even think that's good. Nope. All right, well, we finally lost a PO mirror. I don't really know. I mean, obviously the buying of the Lurrus was super bad, but I'm not even sure we were winning regardless. It was definitely awful play, though. Like, if I had to point to anything that was horrible, that was it. But I'm not sure. The way opponents Talarian Academy double fluster draw lined up was real good against us. Well, they did draw key for turn, so if I had hit a mental misstep, it would have worked here. Ah, man. Yeah, I mean, that was a really bad. I just miscounted when I bought the Lurrus. I thought I had enough to pay for Foster, and I just didn't. All right, here we go. Playing against Vintage Extraordinaire Unlucky Monkey in the 2-3 bracket. Kind of surprising. So I guess they're not getting first place today. Today has been kind of rough. I haven't really been happy with the deck. Though I'm not really sure that it's much to do with the deck itself. I have played pretty poorly today. Lots of misplays. Sapphire Opal Bauble. This hand's not very good. It's fine. But it's not good enough to be Unlucky Monkey hand. Okay. All right. Chat, can I just concede and like we'll go play tomorrow? Do we care? I think I just want to play tomorrow's stream. I don't know if I have it in me. I don't know, man. Not turn one ancestral. Turn one ancestral covered by Vexing Bobble. That's why he's down in the 2-3 bracket with me. I want to be. I just. I don't know. It doesn't matter, does it? My hand was fine. It just got vintaged. But I keep repeatedly getting vintaged by a monkey, so it's been pretty rough. Vexing Bobble is a brutal card, and I do think that Vexing Bobble would have always like eventually been restricted, and I do still believe that Vexing Bobble was restricted too fast. But yeah, Vexing Bobble is so fucking good. Oh man. Got him. All right. Can I PO if I chain? I can stock up. All right. I'm going to chain the bauble. Oh, I can't stock up, huh? I don't have enough mana. Whatever. I need to play these cards. I need a mental misstep. Blusterstorm. All right. What if I win this game? Is that possible? My opponent did kind of go all in on demonic PO that they did not have to go all in on. It was not necessary. I mean, it is the 2-3 bracket, so maybe we're getting a little loosey-goosey. It'd be pretty cool if I won this game, but I'm still like, I'm still like 3 and 4 cards behind, so. Stock up? Or buy Lurrus. Flame of Anor, target player draws 2. No, I guess. All right, well, now we resolve stock up. Wait, don't call it a comeback. Guess I'll take 2 things that I can return. I mean, if he just POs here, I die, right? So. But he did DT for a PO. It was all a bait. It was all a bait. He knew I had a Flusterstorm on top, so he baited me to counter the Flame of Anor. What a master. uh... He did DT for a PO, right? All right, whatever. We go next. I tried my best, chat, okay? I didn't quit. I persevered. I put spells on the stack for you. Are you happy? Tell me you're happy. I had unshatterable mental. PO? I didn't have enough mana. I only had 3 mana. So that would be an illegal play. Now, if you're saying I should not have Flusterstormed the Flame of Anor, I could buy it. We had Soul Ring on top of the deck. Wait, you want me to PO into the Vexing Bauble? I'm so confused. Isn't stock up just always better? Like when I'm POing the 0 drops back into my hand? I don't get it. Okay. I'm pretty sure they cast Flame of Anor and then replayed Bauble, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just gonna play this top out. I don't know. I'm in round 6, so I played Vintage last night for 9 rounds until 1 in the morning, so I could definitely be hallucinating. It's possible. Today did not go very well. Maybe I need to abandon PO and just play Dredge only. Is this an upkeep spin? Looking for a PO? Probably. I think I would rather just fetch these cards away. Sure. Could dress down a trainer here, maybe. Seems like a good spot for a trainer. They probably don't have a Mox, so they would have played it last turn. And playing a Mox would turn on Opal and PO and everything, so... Feels like a good play. Oh, they're just jamming? Guess they can just have Pyro Blast backup. I'm gonna force this. Do it. Play a trainer. Do it. Play a trainer. Do it. Play a trainer. Trainer. Oh, they didn't play a trainer. All right, so let's go fetch for an archive. I think my opponent probably has Pyroblast. Let's see what this does. Stock up. I guess so. Should I have spun first? Oh, if I had put this on the bottom, I would have gone deeper. And if this gets Pyroblast, how bad is it? It's pretty bad. But I mean, I have to get rid of a Pyroblast at some point. I guess I can spin and see if there's a Fluster underneath it. Crypt. Sapphire. Okay. I mean, I could buy and play Lurrus. Just doesn't seem great yet. If this gets Pyroed, what I'll do is I'll draw with top and play a Sapphire out, so I'm still holding up Dress Down. I don't think is that even good? I mean, I have a Mana Crypt underneath, so it's probably fine. Is that good? I mean, the worst thing that could happen, Trainer, is that the worst that could happen? Certainly not good for me. But is dressing down good for me? I don't know. Cool game, though. This game has been pretty interesting. I don't think I like this art. Oh, I got negated. Pitching stock up. Interesting. This represents Flusterstorm, so maybe my opponent will not want to play a stock up or something here, and then I get him with a dress down. I don't know. Something. We're getting to a point where Lurrus is good. The fact that I continually can't have Lurrus Bobble because I only have one Mishra's Bobble in my deck where my opponent has 3 feels like a problem, which is why I think for tomorrow in that Esper version, I'm going to put 2 Bobbles in the deck. Because I really want to be able to have my Lurrus always have Bobbles with it for the mirror. Seems very important. All right, we got him. Yeah, take that. Means I'm pretty far from Lurrusing, but... Oh, wait, no, I have the Crypt. I'm a god. Black Lotus. Time Vault. Misstep. What the fuck? How do I do this? I float Misstep and Lotus. I can just buy Lurrus here. I don't even need Lotus. So I just float Misstep on top. I could play Lurrus this turn, but I don't actually think that's good. Playing him next turn and being able to dress down seems good. I guess if I get freaking Flame of Anord here, it's super bad for me. I guess if I get Flame of Anord at any point, it's super bad for me. Yeah. That's a stock up, or is it a buy Lurrus? Oh, it's a buy Lurrus. Okay. That's not bad for me. I guess if this gets forced, it's bad for me. Let's count my mana here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have to definitely take this. All right. I know I have a Lotus. Lurrus. Look at my dredge over here. End step. Top or draw first through the lotus and then spin. I don't think we want either of those magic cards. I think we'll take a rainforest. I guess my life total is approaching a spot that is problematic. Is this Flame of Anor? Ooh, they hit the bauble. So now their opal is on. Well, they're going to play their own Lurrus, so it's pretty hard. Oh, they didn't turn on the opal this time. It's pretty hard to... Oh, did they forget that they can't bring back bauble? Or maybe it just doesn't matter. So it's like kind of tough. Because I can't really, like, they'll just block, right? Also, I'm taking 1,000,000 damage. I think we just fetch away, and then we look and see where we're at. I don't think looking one deeper is better than just fetching. I guess I have the mana, so I guess we can look one deeper. Thunder Trap Trainer. Okay. Glad I did that, I guess. Do I want to fetch away the top? No. Maybe I do. Ooh, man, I do not know. I guess if this gets forced... How bad is it for me? Okay. So am I replaying trainer or am I dressing down? Holy hell, this is so tough. Thanks for the raid, Caleb. Hope you had a good stream. I'm really worried about my life total. He's probably just going to attack. But then, like, if I don't dress down, he's just looping bauble on me. I mean, I can take one hit here. Maybe I fetch away the top, take one hit. Yeah, I'm going to fetch away the top, and I'm going to take one hit. And I'm going to end step the dress down loop. And I'm going to see if I can, like, PO or something. Interesting. What a cool game. Hard game. Definitely taking 3. I guess they can't attack with both. They can only attack with Lurrus. But then I can gain 3 life back. And I have kicked Thunder Trap Trainer out of my yard. Please don't have PO here. That would be so bad for me. All right. See, I can probably pay. No, I'm not paying. I'm at 3. I have a monolith. I'm at 2. Let's attack first. Wow. All right, so I'm going to go monolith, key, untap monolith, trainer kicked. And then trainer's going to hit PO. I think I take the PO and try to hit a Mox on my other trainer and win the game. I missed. Do I take the time vault? No. I should just take the force, right? Ah! Was I wrong? I don't know. This game was hard. I have blocks, so I'm not taking damage, but if I can always pay for my vault. Well, I did post on the internet that I won with Dredge, so that is going to increase the number of Dredge players. So they get to replay Bobble now. One second. I've got to focus on this game. This game is really hard. I used Lurrus to kick a Thunder Trap trainer from my grave. So I can force here. I just need to pay for my untap. And we do know the time vault's on the bottom. They have one card plus a Lurrus, or plus a Bobble draw. They could have double counter. I guess they probably can't have double counter. I guess they could have double counter. No attack. So let's order this in a way where I find out if I lost my flip first. Lost my flip. I think we just untap it with key and get a draw in first. And then cast PO. I don't want to. I think I want to be able to attack with Lurrus and gain 3 life. Okay. It just was enough. Wow. That was a crazy game. Cool. Close one. We lost a lot of flips there at the end. Very close one. I think I made the right choices in terms of like what we were taking and how we were playing that through. I like that game. All right, game 3, final match of the tournament. versus the best vintage player on MTGO right now. Over 800 matches of Magic in challenges with a 62, almost 62% win rate. Recently had 3 back-to-back challenge wins into a second, and then the next week had back-to-back challenge wins. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. This hand looks fine. Just me and the best player down here in the 2-3 bracket, so. Double Moxen is not a good start for us. Triple Moxen is not a good start for us. That is... Ooh, oh my god. He's so good. Mercy. Looks like PO on my upkeep, maybe. No, gonna go for it now. Stock up. Oh, buy Lurrus. Yeah, I guess he's got the Lurrus bobble loop again. Ay, ay, ay. I have to counter Lurrus now. Guess I'm gonna bin that. He's got better art and frame. That is certainly a choice. I think we're gonna lose this game, sadly. That looks like too strong of a hand. We'll see. Force this, pitching PO. You have a Pyroblast backup, yes. It is what it is. I had an all counterspell hand. He had an all gasoline hand. I like the gasoline hands more with this, how much power there is in the PO deck these days. No, just Pyros. Didn't hit a Mox or a land. We're just too far behind. I don't think I'm supposed to mulligan my hand, but it does feel like I can't ever win with the hand I kept. Oh, last challenge had one in the sideboard. It makes sense with how many are being played here. All right, I'll scoop it up. Yeah, I mean, so like Lurrus isn't a threat unless you have a bobble, which is like the great deck building part of I think his build is people like hate bobble, but it's so important to make sure your Lurrus is good. This hand is just great. Can't really do much about it versus our hand. So like the fact that he has the bobble means that the Lurrus is a must counter, and has the 1 mana interaction means I'm 2 for 1ing myself, and then has the triple Moxen means still live to draw trainer, stock up, PO, and win. Just going to be very hard to be the reactive player here. And this is why I actually think that this PO decks are really good against the reactive decks right now. I actually think that you're just like straight up favored versus like the frog decks, for instance. So yeah, a rough 2-4 challenge here, but I mean, not unreasonable. I don't really feel like I liked so we didn't play against we played against a couple of Wasteland decks, and we did lose to some Wasteland decks, but we didn't really lose because of Wasteland. And I would have liked to have had the tutors in the deck. I didn't really feel like the Grim Monoliths and the Voltaic Keys were significantly better than the tutors. So I'm probably gonna put this blue-white PO deck on the back burner for now and just focus on making the Esper PO deck as good as I possibly can. I do still think it's quite good into the field, but I do wonder if I am good enough against the 4-color version. The 4-color version that we just played against, like, it really disrespects the rest of the format so that I can beat blue decks, in my opinion. This is my opinion. Other people may disagree. But, like, you are making a very, a pretty weak version of the deck against the Sphere Shops and against the Dredge and against the Mono White and that kind of thing. And so, like, I think, in my opinion, like, both decks work and both decks are good. But I would, if I'm going to play more blue matchups, I want to play this deck. And if I want to play more non-blue matchups, I want to play the Esper version. And And what today we played against Sphere Shops, 2 mono white, and 3 Lurrus. So split right down the middle. Oh no, there was a Tinker there. So 1 mono white, 1 Tinker, 3 Lurrus. 2, I think they were 1 control and 2 PO. So I mean, you could play Repeal if you want to play another bounce spell. But yeah, so I thought this deck is still pretty good, but I'm not really sure that the metagame is pushing to a way where this deck makes sense. This deck makes sense if Lurrus Control is the deck to beat, and Lurrus Control is no longer the deck to beat. I think Frog Lurrus is no longer the top deck in the format. So I think this deck can go on the back burner. Hopefully you enjoyed this league or challenge, even though we did not do a lot of winning. I think there were some interesting spots, and the mistakes we made were pretty pronounced, and learnable actions can be taken from them. So more vintage content on the YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of it. When new videos, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I'll see you then.